Um, so, Lee, thank you for agreeing to do this interview and to share your experience of the Coaching Senior Teams program. We've got about 10 minutes, and the idea is that this will be shared with the graduate network in the upcoming meeting, and so that they're aware of it as a kind of logical next step in the development of a coach. So tell me first what led you to do the Coaching Senior Teams course?
Lovely, thank you, Jon. I had just completed my professional coaching diploma level 5. I had such a brilliant personal and professional learning experience that I didn't want to stop that train. It was kind of quite addictive for me. And I really recognised the benefits personally, and for my organisation and for the teams that I would work with about then taking this to a collective level.
Right. Okay. Great. And tell us a bit about how, what was your experience of the program?
My experience, it was fantastic. So we were in a small cohort of international learners. There was self-directed online learning, webinars, one-to-one time with my CSM, my coaching mentor supervisor, and just an opportunity to learn more, read more. It was a brilliant blend of all of that then complemented what I was doing already. I was working in learning development sphere. I was already a practitioner in Myers-Briggs and Insights, but I didn't need that for this. So it was really, it just gave me an insight, and it gave me such a better appreciation of teams, senior teams and senior leaders' challenges and what they're navigating on a day-to-day basis to deliver for their team, and coming together as a collective is so much more powerful than the individuals as individually.
Yeah, great. So you were working with a team internally to an organization?
Yeah, absolutely. So I worked with a team from the parent company, actually, which brought a huge amount of benefits in terms of my network, understanding their work, how that then impacted on my work, and gave me a huge insight. And because it's all in that confidential space, I built up relationships with individuals within the team, but with the team lead, and all coming together under that one purpose and that one context, and really flushing out the opportunity of what was working for the team and what wasn't working so well with the team, with a view to airing it all for then them to think about how they were going to go forward, and for us to co-create a plan for how they were going to come together, and then how they were going to take that forward after I'd finished my time with them.
Right, fantastic. So you feel you took the team to a better place through your work with them?
Definitely. And because it was a time of change for them, as it was for us, as in the subsidiary company as well, it was really impactful. And I've had lots of contacts since that from the individuals within it as well, to say how powerful within such a short amount of time, what a difference it could make. And I say it could make, not me. I'm not saying that I'm still learning and being curious about it, but just that it's a bit like with individuals, we give them the headspace and the time to think about some of these questions, about their questions. This is with the collective questions. And I remember we were talking about IQ, EQ, and WeQ. What is the collective intelligence? Which landed brilliantly with them, and they had space to spend time thinking about the team and how they were working to go forward.
Right, lovely. And tell us a bit about the sort of what's involved, what the time commitment, the online pathway, the time with your coach mentor supervisor.
Yeah, I think it was about 50 hours in all.
Right.
But that's made up of a whole variety of things. So it was absolutely the self-directed online learning. I think I had 3 or 4, 5 sessions with my coach, mentor supervisor. Had the time in the online webinars with this international group of people, which brought different perspectives. So it was a time commitment as everything, but I was so motivated to do it because I loved it and I could see the benefits for me and for others. Absolutely.
Okay, great, great. Thinking about that experience, looking back on the course and what you came away with, do you feel equipped to work with teams now going forward?
Definitely, but definitely to a much deeper level. Perhaps I would have been a little bit more superficial. I don't mean that in that negative, but I feel much more confident, and I have lots more knowledge to understand more and to keep asking those questions and managing the dynamics between people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
much better, much more rounded, if you like, to take it from that individual focus to, multiple lenses with multiple people and bringing them together, structuring sessions with them, team sessions with them, group sessions, as well as individual. So that real balance of everything to help them come together.
Yeah, because I think that people have lots of experience of sort of facilitation of teams, facilitating team activities, but it's a bit different, isn't it, when you're kind of working in the moment and working with the group dynamic.
Yeah, and I facilitated before, I delivered before, but this was a whole different level than when we used the 5C model. Coming back to that context, and it just resonated with people, and it resonated with me, and it resonated with the sponsor, who the original sponsor didn't really know what coaching was either. So it was an enlightenment all round.
Great, great.
But definitely in terms of that there was much more in my coaching toolkit to offer going forward, and I could pivot individually and with the group and the group dynamic much more easily and dip into that toolkit so much more.
Brilliant, brilliant. So it sounds like you'd recommend the program, and who who would you recommend it to or for?
I would recommend it to a number of different people for a number of different levels, and I can talk about that from an HR professional, so anybody in that space there, anybody's within organizational development, learning development, but I would go wider than that as well for line managers, or people that are interested in that space to really recognize what might be going on with their team, to take a different approach, a different tact. So I wouldn't want to focus it in on just HR. I would want to I would recommend it so much more wide than that. And there's perhaps a natural progression from people that are still interested, like me, moving on from their diploma or their apprenticeship to really move forward to then enhance and continue that development.
Yeah, yeah, it really is the sort of the next big step, isn't it? Isn't it, in the development of a coach? Lovely. Well, listen, thanks, Lee, yeah, good luck with your team coaching going forward.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jon.
Take care. There we go.